Clippers leading by 16. So for New Orleans right now, Quincy Pondexter out there with Ryan Anderson. Then there's Tyreek Evans. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Here's Pondexter. The pass to Evans. Screen by Ashik. Over in the corner, Cole. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
And when you think of Kid Gilchrist, one thing that comes to mind is intangibles. He has a desire and intensity and a will to win that elevates him to elite status.
Yeah, you know, he never will be a great shooter, and he's still working on his jump shot. But the intangibles, you talked about it, you add heart and tenacity to that. Every team wants a guy like that.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Evans. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And talking about Kid Gilchrist, yes, he's worked to fix his shooting form last season, but the real improvement was made on the boards. He averaged 7.5 rebounds a game in only 29 minutes of play. That is outstanding. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Cole. Davis sets a screen. Pass to Pondexter. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. Pondexter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for Kid Gilchrist, he was accustomed to so much winning in high school, college, international competition. He's had a rough first 3 years in the NBA, making the playoffs only once in that time. But he's a real warrior, so that has to be killing him inside.
And here are the Clippers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Inside. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! And that one's good, Griffin.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their season series against the Pelicans.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Blake Griffin. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Olynyk, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Williams comes in for Blake Griffin. Powell, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Paul. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Luke Babbitt comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Alonzo G is checked in for Tyreek Evans. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Norris Cole. Now here's Douglas. No problems knocking that one down.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Here's Prigioni. The Pelicans make their last shot. The dish to Olynyk. Launches a 3. It's tipped. Oh, and here's Douglas all alone. Here's Davis. Williams with the block. Here's Prigioni. Pass to Powell. He feeds it to Olynyk. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of
Chris.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan. Blake Griffin, double figures in both points and assists for the double-double that led the way tonight. He was their most. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Angeles, we proudly bring you the Clippers at the Staples Center. For the Timberwolves, this is the last game before heading back to Minnesota. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Minnesota, in the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Towns in at center. Now here's Griffin. The shot's good from Paul. Minnesota really had a rough year last season. A lot of people know that, obviously. A lot to do with their defense. They just, Greg, struggled in almost every defensive metric.
Yeah, and, you know, they struggled at times guarding the basketball, but ultimately I think the biggest issue for them was their inability to protect the rim. That's an area and a point of emphasis that has to improve for this young team.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Garnett with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Rubio kicks to Garnett. Rubio dishes to Muhammad. Back to Rubio. And he gets it to go. Rubio's got his first bucket in this one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Griffin. The kick out to Pierce. The offensive rebound. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Garnett, the screen. Here's Rubio. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Rubio against Paul. Pass to Griffin. The feed to Pierce. Again, Pierce missing. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against New Orleans.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
We talked about the difficulties of facing a player like Chris Paul, and he said that what makes Paul so incredible is his court vision. He explained that there haven't been many players like Paul who can pick a defense apart with both his passing ability and his patience in the offensive sets, saying really, he can just wait you out until he sees a weakness, and that's where he attacks.
Thank you, Doris. Here's the screen. Pierce wide open. He fires. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Pierce has got his second basket.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Towns. 17 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And it's Wiggins missing. Clippers trail by 4. The dish to Redick. Fires the 3. And he gets it to go. Redick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And Garnett misses. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pierce for 3. Pierce with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Muhammad, the pass to Rubio. Garnett up top. Pass to Muhammad. Fires from 14. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Muhammad's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Griffin. Paul's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Rubio dishes to Wiggins. And Pierce pulls it down. Clippers trail by 3. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. And the Clippers miss again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Rubio. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
Redick with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, there's no doubt. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, not a fan of moral victories, but that game, in a lot of ways, was a confidence booster for them because they really didn't have it that night and yet still had a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think they're one of the few teams that can play that poorly and still almost come away with a win.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Paul outside. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. He dishes it to Pierce. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Pekovic. That shot by Griffin, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Pekovic and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And a chance here to see where the Clippers sit in the NBA statistically right now. First in shooting percentage. First in lowest turnovers a game. And they have definitely learned the finer points of transition basketball. I mean, they own the most fast break points in the NBA.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Minnesota also making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. Martin comes in for Muhammad. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Here's Paul after the basket by Minnesota. Feeds it to Griffin. All alone. No good. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5. And the wide open shot from Redick. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. Martin kicks to Levine. Dishes it to Wiggins. Jang a screen. Martin the pass to Pekovic. And Griffin sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, Greg, I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win, so we'll see how they handle things tonight.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Lynn's checked in. And Pekovic kicks to Martin. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And looking now at some numbers for Lynn. How last month turned out for him, he's putting up 9 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
6 to shoot. Paul dishes to Griffin. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Al Paul, 5 points in the game. He feeds it to Griffin. To the middle, deflects the pass, and stolen by Wiggins. Levine kicks to Wiggins. Fires from 14. That misses off the backboard. 1 year out from the big Kevin Love for Andrew Wiggins trade, and you have to think that the Wolves are pleased. Wiggins, Clark, has looked amazing.
Yeah, to get talent from a player who wants out is one thing. To get a player of Wiggins' caliber is a whole nother level, and that's a good get for the Wolves.
And the Timberwolves call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's Levine, defended by Paul. Levine passes to Dang. Kicks it to Wiggins. Buries it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 5 points so far.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He said, this is not a game we need to play cautiously. We need to be aggressive. If you've got a shot, take it. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Jordan, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Now Griffin. Following the miss by Martin from deep. Griffin dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
The pass to Martin. Pekovic with the screen for Martin. From about 16, off the left rim and out.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness. But no question, he's improved his skills and IQ.
The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Martin kicks to Levine. Right through the D for the layup. Levine's got his second bucket.
He's got great length for a point guard, and it served him well on that play.
Outside, Lynn. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now.
I wasn't sure, you know.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Williams is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Hairston. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Towns. The jump hook. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And here are the Clippers now, trailing by 5. Lin against Rubio. Lin kicks to Williams. The basket good off the assist from Lin. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Down low, Williams with the steal. Now in transition is Lin. Here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The Clippers third.
Kevin, this is a phenomenal defensive team. Not just good, they are excellent. They've made an awful lot of outstanding defensive plays. They're on the same page, they're aggressive, they're focused, and they pay attention to detail. That's why they keep teams from getting good shots in the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Here's Towns. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Jordan, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Ring shot on the way. Here's Towns. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Martin with the bucket.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Hairston, the pass to Jordan. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan the screen. Williams dishes to Jordan. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Martin's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Rubio outside. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hairston, soft touch off the glass. Hairston's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Rubio outside. Towns sets the pick for Rubio. From deep 3-point range, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Griffin's checked in for Williams. Pierce comes in for Kid Gilchrist. J.J. Redick's checked in for P.J. Hairston. And Chris Paul subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Griffin attacking. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Second team foul. Timeout for the Clippers.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
Stolen by Pierce. And now the Clippers on the break. Griffin leading the charge.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Martin against Redick. Garnett kicks to Muhammad. Drills it from outside. Muhammad's got 11. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Paul kicks to Pierce. Goes up at the stripe. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's now 6 points for Paul Pierce. Rubio with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Garnett the pass to Rubio. Lock at 6. Here's Martin. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Paul dishes to Pierce. Out to the wing. Towns with the steal. Here's Martin. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Rubio.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Picked by Griffin. Ball goes in. It's deflected. Stolen by Martin. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but Not if that's going to be the result.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Kevin Martin. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Griffin draws the double. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Rubio. To the middle. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making some changes. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Towns. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Minnesota calls timeout. Ricky Rubio, Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
And Muhammad kicks to Levine. 6 on the shot clock, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Taking a look at some stats for Paul. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And the wide-open shot from Pekovic. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And back to Rubio. With the pressure of all that fanfare marking his arrival, he really focused in and hit the ground running. He was named Western Conference Rookie of the Month, first month of the season, and he finished second to Kyrie Irving for Rookie of the Year.
Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. Good on the shot. Wiggins has got 7 points.
You know, talking about Rubio, he re-upped for a huge contract extension last season. Despite some injury and shooting woes, he got $56 million over 4 years. Boy, that's a bunch of cheese for a guy that's still a bit of a question mark.
Jordan the pass to Paul. But they recover it. The Clippers rebound. Jang against Griffin. To the right side. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Minnesota leading by 4. And Muhammad kicks to Pekovic. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist from Pekovic. 9 points for Andrew Wiggins.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And here is Paul. He's got 8. Down low. It's tipped. And Pekovic kicks to Zhang. Pass to Levine. Pekovic with a screen. To the inside. And it's blocked by Jordan. Left side Pierce. Top of the key, Griffin. Ball outside. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Wiggins outside. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Pass to Redick. Off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Redick's got 8 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
5 on the clock, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
And, you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Marvin Williams is checked in for Griffin. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Pierce. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Chris Paul. Outside, Lin. He kicks it to Jordan. Up loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Here's Levine, defended by Lin. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Timberwolves have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Outside Williams. Jordan dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Deflects the pass. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Muhammad. Williams with the block. Lin. The shot is off. And a pretty tight.
Well, Ricky, what is it?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point. That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Well, Shabazz Muhammad in this one, he's got 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
So on the floor for Minnesota, in the backcourt, Rubio and Muhammad. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Kid Gilchrist with it, now defended by Wiggins.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Rubio lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Lin. Outside Jordan. Back to Lin. Jordan inside. Covered by Wiggins.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Clippers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. So, for the Clippers, Griffin's checked in for Williams. Pierce comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Paul subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
You know, a career high for DeAndre Jordan in free throw attempts a game, almost 6 a game. And a lot of those actually came from the hack of Jordan tactic.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. And the pass to Garnett. Back to Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. And another 3 for Minnesota.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Reddick setting the pick for Paul. Lets a floater go, and he gets it to go. Paul's got 13.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
And taken away by Paul. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Rubio with it. He's picked up by Paul. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pierce the pass to Griffin. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
When you're talking about the greatest clutch players ever, that list needs to include Paul Pierce. I mean, he slowed down a bit, no doubt, but don't let that fool you. If you give him any kind of look at the end of the game, he'll cut your heart out.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also said that he loved their matchups in the low post and told his guys, get the ball into the post whenever they can. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris. Looking back at Paul Pierce's career, Clark, so many game winners, none more impressive than his jumper over Dwayne Wade in the first round of the 2010 playoffs.
Yeah, you know, Shaq nicknamed him the Truth for good reason. I mean, Pierce grew up in L.A. and reportedly dreamed of playing with the Lakers. Ironic that he instead became one of the Celtics' all-time greats.
Martin dishes to Rubio. Trying to find Martin. He's got it now. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Paul Pierce.
Well, Kevin Martin in this one, he has 8 points and 1 steal as well.
The Timberwolves have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jeremy Lin comes in for Chris Paul.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of three.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Now, here's Rubio. He's got 14. Garnett, the screen. The drive by Rubio. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City, and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
Now Lin, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Garnett, the screen. And it's Martin penetrating. And Griffin sends it back. Lin with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Olynyk. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Now the feed to Wiggins. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wiggins has got 14 points. Clippers trail by 7. Outside, Lin. And finished off by Griffin.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric. to get your teammates fired up.
Lets it fly from 18. And he gets the jumper to drop. 17 points here for Ricky Rubio.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Lynn kicks to Griffin. Back to Lynn. Shot clock at 6. The dish now to Olynyk. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Wiggins. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Pierce. Reddick passes to Griffin. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Pierce against Wiggins. It's stolen by Garnett. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Got a piece of it. Now the Clippers moving it up. Griffin kicks to Pierce. Back to Griffin. Passes it to Pierce. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 6 assists in the game. Timberwolves leading by 5. Wiggins outside. And the foul called on Griffin. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Marvin Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Zach LaVine comes in for Ricky Rubio. Clock at 6. Here's Wiggins, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Zhang's checked in. Lynn dishes to Williams. Back to Lynn. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Nikola Pekovic.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
And it's Martin penetrating. That's good. Martin's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Reddick setting the pick for Lynn. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's LaVine, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Assistant, Kevin Martin.
Clippers trail by 8. Here's Lynn. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Martin. They grab their own miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Back to Lynn. Fires from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Martin's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Pekovic. And again it's Minnesota.
Timeout for the Clippers. Attention, Staples Center, please.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And last season, really a tale of two halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Jordan, he's checked in for Olynyk, and Paul subbed in for J.J. Redick.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
And Muhammad kicks to Levine. And the Timberwolves tack on two more. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Jordan kicks to Kid Gilchrist. That's tipped. Here's Levine, defended by Lynn. Muhammad, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Jordan the screen, Paul with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up, and it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Right side, Lynn. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Here's Muhammad. Timberwolves passing it around. Chang, a screen. Levine kicks to Martin. Inside, Pekovic, and Jordan sends it back. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Shot clock at 5. Martin attacking.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense to continue to attack that area.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Levine passes to Pekovic, banked in off the glass. Pekovic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Nobody near Williams. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Feeds to Levine. From 17 feet out. And Jordan sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. Last touch by Kid Gilchrist. On defense, the Clippers. It's a 14-point game.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making. Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And the final period of play just about to start. Clippers trail by 10. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Marvin Williams is out there with Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Redick. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Minnesota's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And that one's good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Paul against Rubio. Back to Paul. Five to shoot. He dishes it to Jordan. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 12 rebounds. Rubio against Paul. Pekovic with a screen. To the paint. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's 13 points for Nikola Pekovic.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Paul kicks to Redick. Jordan the screen. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Jordan. The pass to Redick. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Williams can't hit.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And it's Rubio penetrating. Second chance shot. It's deflected. Rubio against Paul. Dishes it to Williams. Jordan the pass to Redick. He feeds it to Paul. Jordan the screen. Paul kicks to Redick. 18 feet out. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Rubio dishes to Pekovic. High arcing shot. Muhammad, no luck.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Minnesota leading by 10. And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Pekovic with a screen. Muhammad the pass to Pekovic. And he gets it to go.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Paul with the ball. Outside Jordan. Over in the corner, Williams. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Rubio dishes to Pekovic. Lets it go from 11, and that one hits back iron.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Towns sets the pick for Rubio. To the wing right side. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Pierce in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Picked by Griffin. 6 to shoot. Redick is in the corner. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back.
Paul outside. Kicks to Olynyk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And guys, I, for one, can relate to what Pekovic is going through. I mean, it's not easy as a big man to get those injuries to your legs. I mean, you're carrying a lot of weight and force around. I mean, let's hope Nikola finds a little more luck going forward as far as the injuries.
Paul kicks to Olenek. Back to Paul. The kick out to Pierce. Uncovered. Rebound, Minnesota.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pass to Muhammad from the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Clippers trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Griffin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Check out the game for Blake Griffin. 10 points, and what a tear he's been, rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Jordan. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Redick. And that's 13 points for Blake Griffin.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Here's Paul. To the middle. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one is on Towns.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. No good on the triple.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Here's Towns. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And it's 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Clippers trail by 15. And here is Paul. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Timberwolves leading by 13 and taken away by Paul. Throws it up high, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeking.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Redick, a good look, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there. Timberwolves have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Garnett, the screen. Wiggins drawing the double team to the left side wing. Garnett wide open, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now here's Paul. Redick with a screen on Rubio. Pass to Redick from the arc. Rubio with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Clippers moving the ball around. Pierce attacking. Griffin passes to Jordan. There's the killer two-handed slam.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength
on that attack.
That's good. And that's now 11 points for Paul Pierce.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Here's Rubio. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 5th assist in this one. Ball against Rubio. Paul dishes to Jordan. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Martin's checked in for Muhammad. Clippers trail by 7. Redick with the screen on Rubio. The feed now to Redick. Takes a 3. Shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Martin wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that tells you a lot about why the score is where it is. Lazy defense.
Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Pierce. And he swishes it right through.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
That's good. That's 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It's Redick on the wing from downtown. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And stolen by Redick.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Minnesota's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
LA's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. To the paint. Jordan inside, covered by Rubio. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Pull up Jay. And Pierce pulls it down.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now the Timberwolves with it. Leading by 5. Wiggins kicks to Rubio. And Pierce over to help. Garnett outside. 6 to shoot. It's Martin on the wing. Inside. Here's Towns. Count it, and the foul. Griffin. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
This is where their depth becomes such an asset, Kevin. He's gone for the remainder of the game, but fortunately, they're able to field a very capable replacement.
And so the Timberwolves take the win.
Ricky, a great
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Ricky Rubio. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunity. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Welcome. Sports fans, thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's the Toronto Raptors facing Utah. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Tracy McGrady is out there with Oakley. And there's Davis, and there's Carter. And it's Brown in the point guard position.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
McGrady against Hayward. Carter drives in. Oh! Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Gobert with it. Picked up by Davis. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
There's a good screen. That drive by Carter somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Out to Favors. But Trey, it's hauled in by Oakley.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And that one's good.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
Here's Gobert. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
McGrady kicks to Brown. Here's Hayward. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. It's stolen by Gobert.
Heads up interior defense there. He was ready for that entry pass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Curry's checked in for the Raptors. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Passes to Exum. Up and in on the layup. Exum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
It's Curry outside. No luck. And Utah the other way now. Here's Hood, defended by Carter. Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
And Utah again with the bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That drive by Carter, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on Dante Exum.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And the Raptors also making a change. Kevin Willis is checked in for Davis. No good from Booker.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Screen by Oakley. And it's Carter missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Clock at 6. Here's Mack. Carter with the block. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
So on the floor for Toronto to start the second quarter. Oakley is up there with Willis. Then it's Curry. Then it's Tracy McGrady. And it's Christie in at the 2. Utah with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. Nato releases. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Christie. Pass to Willis. Right side Curry. Wide open. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Fast break Toronto. McGrady's running. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Booker pulls it in. Utah trailing here. To the paint. Here's Mack. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And Toronto making a change here. Carter's checked in. Here's Christie. Carter outside. Off target from outside.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Davis is checked in for Oakley. And Toronto has possession. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Christie kicks to Carter. No good off the back of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The offensive rebound. Booker. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Curry kicks to Carter. Pass to Christie. Fires the three. Mack grabs the miss. Utah leading. He feeds it to Withy. Out to the wing. Here's Burks. No good off the front iron.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making. Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Hayward against Christie. Feeds it to Davis. To the inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And the Raptors making a change here. Oaks is checked in. Toronto with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. .58 seconds left now here in the second. Carter for three. There's the bucket. Good. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good. Christie. And Christie drops them both. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Exum kicks to Gobert. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Davis. Christie the pass to Davis. Here's Bones. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Releases. The wing jumper off target.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
And that one falls for Carter.
2 shots.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. To halt the run. Shot is no good. Here's Brown. And it is good at the buzzer. And that does it for the first half of play. The Raptors out in front, up by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Here's Carter. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Hood. Defended by Oak. Favors dishes to Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gobert's got it back down to within single digits for Utah.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
So it's Utah now. Vince Carter missing his last shot. And stolen by Oakley. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And the Jazz making a change here. Booker's checked in. Jazz trailed by 8. The feed now to Exum. Sinks the three-pointer. Exum's got 7 points in the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
McGrady against Hayward. McGrady up top. He has 6. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Raptors have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And the first one drops.
2 shots.
And McGrady drops them both. And so it's Utah here with the ball. It's tipped. It's stolen by McGrady. Carter drives in. It's blocked. Hood kicks to Booker. The Jazz working the ball around now. Over to the wing. Gobert trying to get open. Davis with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not
take a few chances. A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
The Jazz have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Christie, he's checked in for the Raptors. And he sinks the second. And the Raptors with the ball. They're leading by 8. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Booker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's McGrady. Here's the call on Trevor Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Alec Burks comes in for Hood, and Trey Burks subbed in for Exum. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to take possession here. With he's checked in for Utah. And Toronto also making a switch. Willis, he checked in for Oakley. And the Raptors call time here. Joe Ingles is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Toronto also making a switch. Curry's checked in. .137 left to play in the third. Here's Ingles. McGrady covering. Shot clock at 6. Withy passes to Ingles. And it's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
Raptors leading by 6. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Jazz. Burks leading the charge. And the basket by Ingles.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
It's tipped. Fast break, Toronto.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Burks. And that's collected by Willis. Toronto leading by 6. Christie kicks to Curry. On the wing, Davis. McGrady outside. Back to Davis. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Ingles. Here's Burke. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. The third quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Jazz trail by 6. So for Toronto right now, they've got Willis. Curry is out there with Christie. Then there's Charles Oakley. And it's McGrady in at the small forward. Here's Burke. The tray. Now the Raptors moving it up. McGrady's running. Outside Curry. Screen by Oakley. Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Oakley's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. Out to Hayward. There's the dish to Favors. Curry with the steal. Here's McGrady. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Hayward goes in. McGrady against Hayward. Now here is McGrady. He's covered closely.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to...
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Vince Carter. He's checked in for Tracy McGrady. Here's Carter. Hayward with some nice D. Jazz trailed by 9. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Utah. Fast break Toronto. And finished off by Carter. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material. Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Curry outside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Burke with it.
2 minutes left. 2.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Davis is checked in for Toronto. McGrady comes in for Christie. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Burke with it. Curry meets him. And they force the shot clock violation. Hello. And thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. It's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. A look at the 76ers starting group. Ish Smith is out there with Hollis Thompson. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Noel. And it's Okafor in the 5 spot. Bogut, the pass to Curry. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, Thompson. The shot is off. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
On defense, the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. Curry's shot is good. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Smith kicks to Thompson. Feeds it to Okafor. To the inside. Here's Smith. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Okafor with the screen on Barnes. Covington dishes to Okafor. And it's sent back by Bogut. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. The fadeaway. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smith against Thompson. The drive by Smith. Okafor. Power down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and we're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Thompson for 3. And that one's good. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
On the wing, Thompson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Stolen by Thompson. Okafor with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And it's Smith penetrating. It's stolen by Green. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Okafor with the steal. Smith against Thompson. Okafor with the screen on Thompson. Smith kicks to Noel. The shot no good. Curry with the defensive effort.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy, because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works. How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, gotta be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you gotta rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it? And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Livingston kicks to Green. Good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And it's Smith penetrating. Covington in the corner. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one. 1 second left. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And both free throws good for Spates.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Maurice Spates out there with Festus Ezeli. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pass to Embiid. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Spates. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ezeli. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Stauskas' shot is off. Warriors trail by 6. Rush the pass to Livingston. And Rush kicks to Clark. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. There's the dish to Stauskas. Hits the three-point bomb. Stauskas has got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. The feet to Curry. No one near him. Again, Golden State.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Here's Stauskas. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars. And Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalties.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Smith is checked in. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
To clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Now, here is Smith. There's the lob to the hoop. Okafor dishes to Stauskas. A beautiful reverse layup. Okafor's got 5 now.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Kicks it to Green. It's stolen by Smith. And now Philadelphia on the break. Smith's running. .133 left to play here in the half. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. And as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And he knocks down the first one. The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Both free throws good for Okafor.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Warriors trail by 11. Outside Curry. Bogut down low. Guarded by Embiid. That's good. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Screen by Grant. Okafor, the pass to Embiid. Okafor trying to get open. Embiid, no good. Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Now here's Okafor. Banked in off the glass. Okafor's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
On its way from Curry for 2. And again, no good by Golden State.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And that can...
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Jahlil Okafor.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, front him, double him, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's 5. We've got Ish Smith, Okafor out there with Noel. Then it's Thompson, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And it's Green, missing. The 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors, and they also knew how to force turnovers, but they have got to improve offensively.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, you know, Philly would finish right in the middle of the pack in terms of defensive rankings. They knew how to make stops, and they've got some good defenders, too, so not surprised they were fairly solid defensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Fires for 3.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific. Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
Covington kicks to Okafor. And finished off by Okafor.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd?
We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And it's the Suns to start out. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Robin Lopez. Calderon is out there with Vujacic. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in the power forward position. Here's Tucker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
New York on D. It's tipped. And now the Suns, a fast break. Booker dishes to Chandler. Pass to Booker. Chandler with the screen on Anthony. Booker the pass to Chandler. Good D by Lopez.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
On defense, New York. Bledsoe outside. Floats one. Here's Tucker. 6 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Here's Calderon. Out to Anthony. From deep. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
There's the pick. Booker. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Pass to Tucker. Now here's Booker, covered by Anthony. Chandler's shot, good.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
The 3 from Anthony. Teletovic grabs the board. The Suns leading to the right side. Lets it fly. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That's good from Tucker. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots. Late game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Chandler with the steal. Passes it to Booker. Taken away by Williams. Follow against Bledsoe. Dishes it to Galloway. He kicks it to Grant. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. Heck, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch.
That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, what is worse for the Suns in last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a three, Cousins hits a deep two. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe. Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They set the pick. And a miss there on the triple. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Galloway kicks to Williams. And the 3 ball is good. Phoenix has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Bledsoe kicks to Teletovic. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Williams with the block. And here's a follow for 3. The shot misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Suns ahead. They're up by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Suns, Bledsoe is out there with Goodwin. Then it's Alex Len. Then there's Warren. And it's Tucker in at the 3 spot. Clock at 6. Calderon, that's good.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket. I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Chase Budinger, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Then for the Knicks, Lopez comes in for Kevin Seraphin. And it's Vujacic in for Aaron Aflalo. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the ends at home. Not bad, talking about that Western Conference.
Brandon Knight, he's checked in for Phoenix. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Budinger dishes the land. Anthony with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Calderon passes to Lopez. Scored yet, that I'm sure will change.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
Barone kicks to Vujicic. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Goodwin from deep. And the shot is good. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year. But overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
Now here's Knight. And it's sent back by Lopez. They're running. Up the court. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. For the Knicks. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. For Sasha Vujicic. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Knight sets the pick for Goodwin. 5 on the clock.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
1:37 left here in the second. Knight dishes the land. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Goodwin passes to Budinger. Knight for 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Well, and this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And you can see the momentum swinging now. They've gotten a huge boost of energy, and now the offense starting to click.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Alex Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chase Budinger. And it's Booker in for Goodwin. Afflalo, that's good.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Williams has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks. Outside Knight. There's the pick. Feeds to Booker. It could go. And it is good at the buzzer. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Knicks lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this.